Hey guys, let's see how you did. So here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to read the problem. I'm going to highlight the piece of information they gave me, and then I'm going to show you guys a cool trick with figuring out what angles are congruent to each other and what angles are supplementary to each other. All right, so the problem says the measure of angle 1 is equal to 120 degrees. Find all the remaining angle measures. All right, they gave us the measure of angle 1, and they said angle 1 is equal to 120. So I'm going to highlight that piece of information. I'm also going to highlight it on my diagram. And here comes the cool trick. From here, I'm going to create a pattern on this set of parallel lines and transversal. First, I'm going to highlight the angle that's vertical to the angle I just highlighted. So the angle directly across from it is angle 4. That's a vertical angle to it. And now that same pattern I did in this intersection, I'm going to copy it in this second intersection. So top left corner needs to be highlighted and bottom right corner needs to be highlighted. All right, all of the angles I highlighted are congruent to each other. That means they all have equal measures. So the pink angles are congruent to each other. All right, and what that means is because the measure of angle 1 is 120 degrees, angle 4 is 120, angle 5 is 120 degrees, and angle 8 is 120 degrees. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the other angles, and I'm going to highlight them with a lighter color. Let's use an orange. And notice these orange colors, or these orange angles that I highlighted, those are all following a pattern as well. It's the same pattern in each intersection. And just like with the pink angles, all of our orange angles are congruent to each other. All right, so now you're probably wondering, well, what's the purpose of pink and orange? Well, here's the purpose. Here's a relationship between the two. Your pink angles and your orange angles are supplementary. And what that means is if I were to add the measure of the two angles, I would get 180 degrees. So to figure out the measure of any of the orange angles, here's what we're going to do. Let's try and find the measure of angle 2. All right, so angle 2, measure of angle 2, I'm putting that below the orange because that's an orange angle, plus, and we know our pink angles are equal to 120, is equal to 180. To solve for the measure of angle 2, I'm going to subtract 120 from both sides. When we subtract, we get 60. So the measure of angle 2 is 60 degrees. All right, and we know all the orange angles are congruent, so that means angle 3 is 60, angle 6 is 60, and angle 7 is 60 degrees. And that's it, guys.